good to go. I just need
Let's
to. Okay.
let's do it.
Fine.
So I've kind of allocated about half an hour to this. It's in the middle of the workday for me. Well, actually, it's the start of the workday for me. So I can't sort of spend a couple of hours or anything, but hopefully we'll just see where we end up. All right, so let's do it. So I'll just quickly remind, look, I'm here as a neutral mediator. I'm not on anyone's side. Any opinion I have really doesn't come into it. So what I'll do is, I guess, and I'm also not here to adjudicate or make any judgment on anyone or anything. I'm not recording this. Just as a personal thing, I just kind of ask that, because it's sort of, this is just me doing something as a pro bono and neutral. If it doesn't pan out, I just ask that I don't sort of get blasted everywhere with recordings and stuff as much as possible on YouTube. That's a personal thing.
I don't work for you. I work for Victoria, so I got to go by what she limits me to.
Yeah,
So
this is me asking as a personal.
all right,
probably
I can
to Victoria probably, because if it's not your decision, there's probably no point you interjecting. So that's
just to be clear, Chris, he speaks for me in this regard. So anything he says, he'll be saying also on my behalf. So if he's interjecting, he's speaking with my voice in that case.
Yeah, that's cool. All I'm saying is, me asking is a personal thing. This is just me trying to help the two of you out. If it doesn't pan out, I kind of want to move away from it. But anyway, it doesn't. It's not a big deal.
Okay. Cool. I do have. All right. So we have gone through what Steve had sent, and we have written up a counter. It's not very long, so it should be super fast for you to read. I'll just email it to you now, and I'll email it to both of you, so you're both on the thing. So
now, is that because obviously there's the two options. One's a work together, one's a not work together. Is that based on the one that I sent through?
Oh, it's based on the one that you sent through. It's just really short and brief. However, there are going to be some minor changes that are going to have to be made to it due to the breaking of the moratorium. So because of that, there's some just minor things that are going to have to be adjusted to it, which we can go through. We can go through this like step by step.
Cool, that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's 1 page long.
Yeah,
so
it's not super long. Do you want to go through it together, or do you want to just read it real quick?
I'm just looking at it now.
Okay, gotcha.
Just give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, no problem. It's a short read.
Okay, so just to be clear, there's no working together. That's completely off the table.
Yeah,
correct.
As per, yeah.
That's cool. It takes out half of anything we need to. All right.
Yeah, I think the reasoning and explanation for that is written out in the third paragraph there. It has become apparent that communications and trust between the named parties to this dispute have been irrevocably compromised. That's part of. I mean, I don't know how to make that. I don't know if that could be any more clear with the way the breaking of the moratorium.
No, I think that's pretty clear.
Yeah.
I guess to put it in layman's terms, essentially what you're saying is that it's just the communication is just not feasible moving forward, especially if you were to be doing something where you're actually interacting with each other on a regular basis. So
it's a little bit problematic if we have an agreement that is just being thrown to the side, and it seems like that agreement is being taken advantage of to character assassinate me. So.
All right. Because I went back and listened to the second part of the mediation call.
Mm-hmm.
Your exact words were, okay, so you won't discuss anything, directing it towards Chesh. You said Chesh then agreed and Steve also agreed. That was at 36 minutes and 45 seconds. Therefore, the moratorium was broken by Steve because there was an agreement not to discuss anything.
Okay. It's, I guess, moving on from that. Look, this is me speaking off the cuff, and I'll put any and every offer out there. I can't see Steve even coming close to that. The and I guess and this is me as neutral. Take the advice or don't take the advice. Steve actually hasn't made any money or gotten any income from non-sec as we speak right now. Are you aware of what happened with the December and January AdSense?
That's irrelevant.
Correct.
No, it's not. It's actually not irrelevant.
Actually, it's incredibly irrelevant because
it's not irrelevant.
let me explain why it's irrelevant.
Sure.
Okay, because he actually has completely ignored the past 2.5 years of work that she has put in. So therefore, whether or not he's made any money off of non-sec, it doesn't matter, because there is a contribution to the equity of the business concept.
Okay.
And he's not acknowledging that in any way, shape, or form. That's why whether or not he's made any money is irrelevant.
One of the things that also does need to be adjusted in this is that due to the breaking of the moratorium and the character assassination going on, the number needs to go from 50 to 65.
Yeah, look, okay. I am neutral here. I'm please don't look at me as the confrontational thing.
We're not.
Yeah,
we're not.
I'll be frank. If I go and say that to Steve, that the whole conversation's over. And if I can explain a couple of things, and this is from a business and legal perspective. Once again, you can, whether you choose to take any advice or
Before
take
you
any
go
advice
there,
on board.
Before you go there, Chris, may I ask how familiar you are with American business law and tax law?
I've studied, American business law. I haven't directly studied American business law. I have studied Australian law, which is based off the Westminster system, which the UK and Canada are both based off, and forms a lot of the basis of the, it's similar to the American. The American system, I understand, is different, but, every country is different. I do have somewhat of an understanding. I'll say it's a layman's understanding. I'll also say anything I say is not in any way, shape, or form legal advice. I do offer advice to businesses in Australia, obviously, because that's where I'm based on experience in law. So, what?
Can I just make something clear real quick, just to help
Sure.
out? We're not like trying to come at you about anything or anything like that.
No.
I just don't want anything to be like, oh, well, why are you even asking me that? And I don't think you took it that way. I just wanted to be really, really clear. It's like, Chris, we're not here to get at you or anything like that.
No. And look, I always look in any business meeting where there's mediation, and especially where it's a one-on-one, I always try and clarify that as much as I can, because often people will see me as the representing the other side or in an adversarial nature. And I just want to be clear, that's not what it is.
Yeah, we don't have anything against you, dude. I don't.
No, that's all cool. Okay, so I'll ask you this question, and it will get to a point. If Steve had never recovered the non-sequitur show from Kyle, what were your expectations as far as payments, or what had been agreed in those circumstances?
Irrelevant.
No, it's not. It's a question I'm asking. Look, I'm just going to step back. If you're just going to go irrelevant to everything, we're wasting our time, because I'm trying to mediate and get to something.
Just trying to stick very clearly with the reason we're here to have the conversation in the first place. If you want to have conversations about hypotheticals, it's not going to get us anywhere, and it really is pointless. So, we have things and points in here that are open to negotiation. We're open to negotiation. If you go back to Steve with this and he is not open to that negotiation and he decides to pull, that's on him, and that's fine.
Okay. I'll be frank with you, because I don't want to waste everyone's time. I'll take it to Steve. I know where it's going to end. You're all just too far away from each other. I can't see if that's where you're at and there's not a lot of wiggle room, where he's at and there's not a lot of wiggle room. I think it's just going to be... I don't think there's too much point in going back and forth. I'll be honest, and this is me. Once again, I'm neutral, but I just don't think that's a realistic proposition. And that's my opinion, which counts for absolutely nothing here.
That's
just
absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So all that we ask is that you bring it to him, and
sure.
Yeah, if he's willing to negotiate about the things that we're open to negotiation on, great.
Which is price.
Right, which is price.
The non-disparagement.
Right.
That would only affect Steve. We are open to negotiation on that. So there's two major things that we are open to negotiation on.
Sure.
You know, the whole public apology thing we're willing to negotiate on. So, you know, there are points that we are willing to negotiate on.
Okay.
But, you know, I mean, if he chooses to walk away, he chooses to walk away.
All right.
There's nothing we can do.
No, that's fine. Look, I think the whole non-disparagement, I don't think that's going to be a sticking point. I think that's probably the easiest part and probably the best for everyone. The dollar amount is going to be a challenge. I'm just trying to think of if it's something that's reasonably negotiable. What if something was worked out? Because I mean, look, it's the reality is, I think we can all agree that Steve doesn't have 50 grand.
I don't think that's really necessarily my problem.
Well, if you're expecting a payment, then we say he doesn't have it. Well, then how does that work? And that's the
point you negotiate, though, right?
That's why we're willing to negotiate.
That's actually what I'm trying to get to.
Mm-hmm.
So if there was, and leave the actual dollar value out of it, but if there actually was a figure that everyone could mutually agree to, would you be prepared to take it over a period of time as a residual? How would that look for you?
I mean, I'm fine with negotiating on how that gets paid, for sure, yeah. If there is an amount that we can agree to.
The only thing that we would not do is accept it as a residual of the channel.
Correct, yeah.
No, that's fair enough. Okay, so I'll make a note of that. No residual. All right. Look, I'll have the conversation with Steve. I think we're miles away. There would need to be a lot of compromise from you both, to put it frank. I guess all the other stuff, I mean, that's all sort of, that's probably the easiest stuff. All right. Well, look, all I can do from here is get in touch with Steve.
Yep.
Yeah, no problem. We don't want to take up too much of your time.
No problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
Just get back to us, please, and
I'll get back as soon as possible. Look, honestly, I think and just all cards on the table. I think everyone's too far away for it to probably resolve in a way that anyone's happy with. So I'll prepare you for that. But look,
I believe that we are adequately prepared for that eventuality.
Well, that's honestly that's for yourselves and Steve. Like I said, the only thing is, just if I can be kept out of everything, I would really appreciate that.
We won't trash you.
Yeah, we have nothing against you.
This is. I mean,
you got. Listen, to be frank,
I like you and Steve. So.
You just got dragged into a whole lot of nonsense. We're not. Nobody's out to get anybody.
Oh no! I've had to block a lot of people on Twitter in the last few days, but
oh, rough.
I'm a big boy. I can handle that. Oh, look, no, it's only because this is what I do professionally, so I just don't want anything.
Yeah, you don't want.
So I can handle all the online shit.
Additional internet nonsense seeping into your real life. I can understand that.
Exactly. Yep. Cool.
We don't see that happening on our end, so you don't have to worry.
Yeah, that's cool. All right. So what I will do is I'll have the conversation with Steve. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I know which way it's going to go, unless there's a lot of negotiation or a lot of compromise.
Well, in which case, it sounds like you're basically saying that he'll have to pull somebody else in to do that. If there's going to be further negotiation, like, because you don't want to. I just try to understand.
I'm happy to. I'm happy to see this through to a conclusion either way. Whether it's
Gotcha.
no one's agreed to anything, or there's an agreement, I'll follow it through to the conclusion. So I'm not just going to go, I'm washing my hands of this.
No, that makes me feel a little bit better, because it was just like, wow, we came back with one thing and everything just exploded. Oh, no.
No, not at all. No, it's all I'm saying is, look, I think what's probably going to happen is I don't think you two will get to an agreement on it, because I think you're too far away. If it happens, well, hey, I will be amazed, and I'll be happy to be wrong. But
we are willing to negotiate. Yep. So,
okay, cool.
Yep.
All right, leave it with me. I'm guessing it's nighttime there for you.
Not really. It's 6:30 her time.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
All right, I'll get back to you. Being mindful, it's literally my work day here.
Yeah,
so
we understand.
I've got to look after my pain points.
We understand that you have a real life. Who'd have thought?
Yeah.
And that you're in an entirely
crazy,
different side of the planet. It's okay.
Yeah. No, that's right.
As long as you're not leaving us hanging.
No. Look, I think it's in everyone's best interest to just one way or another either get a resolution or just say, no, that's it. So where Steve was at. Steve he was happy to continue doing it. I'll be honest, I don't think he'll do non-sec if you're not there. So I know that's not what you're interested in, but I'll pass on what he had.
You're talking about the notes from the initial one that you said.
Yeah, so he changed a few things. So what he did was he changed the amount of 5,000 to 2,500 because he wanted you to get paid quicker. There was a lot of stuff. I think Steve's sort of genuinely upset about all this. I think if this all falls over, I think non-sec's gone. But anyway, that's for him to. That's sort of not your concern if you walk away from it anyway. Look, I'll have the conversation with him. I'll try and get hold of him now. I'll get back to you as quick as I can.
Yeah.
Be a little bit patient. If you haven't heard from me by the time you're ready to go to bed, don't panic. I'll get in touch.
I'm fine with. I think Reverend. I think you're also fine with. We'll expect to either hear from you tonight or tomorrow with some kind of feedback.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
No problem.
All right, leave it with me. I'll go and chat to hopefully a not overly volatile Steve.
Just want to make sure that due to the breaking of the moratorium that number of 50 is up to 65. Just to be clear.
As a starting point.
Yeah.
Look, you know what? If I go to him with that, I don't think there'd be any negotiation.
That's not our issue.
Yeah, if he wants to pull away from that.
Hang on. Sorry. I'm just going to step in. It is your issue because we're in a negotiation. So that this whole we don't care, it's not our issue.
Here's the problem. If Steve is not willing to even listen to the terms in the first place, then there isn't a negotiation to be had from his end, not ours. Right? Do you see what I'm saying? If he's not even willing to read it through, then that's not us that's having an issue with the negotiation.
Actually, Chesh, if I may, Chris, if I may.
Yeah.
Chesh, you know what? Let's drop the 15 off of there. Just go with the 50.
All right.
Yeah, and even that, yeah, because look, as far as the terms, things like that, that's the easy stuff. Okay, that can all sort of be negotiated. There's compromise will happen every which way. The dollar amount's going to be the sticking point for a couple of reasons, and I guess one is, the reality of Steve doesn't have. I don't know Steve's financials, but I would assume that he doesn't have that to throw around, considering where he's at.
That's why it's one of the negotiating points.
Absolutely. No, definitely.
If I may, just real quick here, he asked for a number. Finally, we're giving him one.
Yeah.
Cool. That's kind of how negotiations start high, compromise, all that kind of stuff. But
exactly. It's all just normal negotiating tactics.
But look, I guess what I always try and do in these circumstances is, sort of take you just got to go the pure, it's just everything's got to be driven as a business decision. Everything's got to be a commercial decision. And when it comes down to it, you're both going to have to make a commercial decision, potentially one that you don't like, he doesn't like. maybe it's something everyone's happy with.
When a good compromise nobody's happy.
No. Generally not. There's always relief that it's over.
Fair.
That's always.
It's going to be the most relieving. For a day and then go. At this point, it's going to be the most relieving for Chris. Get me out.
Yeah.
You know what? This isn't the worst I've dealt with.
Oh no! You're gonna have to tell me some stories later then, because
yeah. It's remind me to tell you about the business partner who was stealing from the other one and then tried to sue him. That's a fun one.
Oh no!
That's a fun one. Anyway.
Oh no!
that's a. Yeah, I think I drank a bottle of scotch in one night after that.
Oh God, yeah, I don't blame you for that one. Jeez,
yeah,
that sounds intense.
Yeah. So no, this is okay. Look, I mean, look, the reality is, let's see what we can do.
Yeah,
let's see what we can do. Let's not set expectations high, but let's see what we can do. Yep. I think. I don't want you to feel too pressured about how. Like something is going to end up being responded to, because it needs to be read through one way or the other, kind of thing. I think it's fair to say what Steve's like. So
that's fair.
I'm gonna have to hold his hand through this, because I
don't know what that's like.
Yeah, because his initial, you know as well as I do what his initial response is going to be, and then I'm going to have to say to him, "I'll talk to you in 5 minutes." Look, I
understand. Let us know if you have any.
I think most things in there are reasonable. Maybe some wording.
Oh yeah, we're open to wording changes as necessary. So if there's something in there that needs to be adjusted, like I said, we're very open to negotiating the things, except for the couple of things that we said were non-negotiable, but that doesn't mean that potentially the wording.
So just to be clear, on those non-negotiables, can you just quickly? I'm going to take the notes of them right now.
Yeah, I'll read them out. That was number 2, which is there will be no language in any document nor any understanding that this agreement would be covered by any NDA any further than the moratorium on discussion mutually agreed upon as an outcome of the mediation process. This is not negotiable.
Mm-hmm.
The second
one
basically
was exactly the same for the non-disparagement.
Yeah, same thing, just non-disparagement.
Yeah, look, I think I don't think that'll be a problem. I mean, the whole non-disparagement. So let me just read this now. No language, any document, or any understanding of this agreement will be covered by an NDA any further than that. Okay, yeah, let's go. I don't think that'll be an issue. So, look, I think your non-negotiables and his non-negotiables are probably going to be fine, which is good. Yeah, there's no continuing the moratorium. Yeah, that goes without saying. Mm-hmm. Like I said, if that happens, just don't fucking drag me through it. But
we won't.
And look, by the same token, you're not going to see me popping up on streams with Steve and stuff like that. I'm just no interest.
Listen, you know what? I respect that and understand that position.
Yeah. Oh, look, sorry. I say that. Look, I may do a stream at some point with Steve, but I wouldn't.
Not about this, is what you mean.
And likewise, it's like I like both you and Steve. It's I'm not one of those people that when people have a disagreement, I take a side. It's like my attitude is, well, unless someone's done something wrong to me.
It's a situation where it's like the issue between me and Steve is between me and Steve. There's no reason to drag you into the middle of it.
Yeah. No, look, that's okay. I mean, look, ideally I was hoping to try and help you both, because I know how these things can, if my skills and what I do can sort of help the process, even if it doesn't work out. At least if
that's why I got involved as well, and I'm operating the same as you.
Yeah.
But for, in this case, my client,
Yeah.
I've actually done this kind of stuff before.
Oh, okay. So you've probably got a few good stories too.
Remember to tell you about the landlord-tenant dispute.
This is now going to be my story when this kind of stuff comes up at the bar.
I'll tell you what, you and me will get a couple of whiskeys one night. We'll jump on a private chat and we'll swap some stories. Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
I like it. I want to be a fly on the wall.
Absolutely. All right, look, leave it with me.
Sounds
I'll
good.
get back to you as quickly as I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see how we go.
All right. Thanks so much for
Okay.
your time, Chris. I'm sorry you're getting stressed. Additional nonsense.
This is okay. This gets the brain going on a Friday morning. It's all good.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
All right. Have a good day, man.
All right.
Okay, we
Catch
look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Bye.
Okay. See you.
Bye.
Bye.